welcome to With Veronica. We're going to be reviewing movies, Netflix, and occasionally we'll have a special episode where we even tackle things like conspiracy theories and stuff like that.
We should probably introduce ourselves.
Right. I'm Spoon, and this is Veronica, my co-host.
Hey guys, we're excited to get started.
Today's episode, our first episode, is going to be all about our favorite movies.
In the coming months, we'll be covering all manner of things from new releases to classics and even anime.
We have a lot of plans for you guys, but first we're going to tell you a little bit about ourselves.
Not too much though, I like to maintain a bit of mystery.
So, as we've established already, my name is Spoon. I grew up around movies my whole life. I grew up renting VHS tapes like any other kid my age. I worked in 2 different video stores in high school and college, and now I work as a projectionist in my local movie theater.
Free movies and popcorn.
Okay, so now that you know about me, let's ask Veronica. What do you think the audience would like to know?
I'm from Douglas, which is on the Isle of Man. I don't have as much as a background in cinema as Spoon does, but I do love a good flick.
We agree on a lot, but not everything.
He gave Howard the Duck 3.5 stars. 3.5!
Okay, before we get sidetracked.
He's just salty.
I grew up in the 80s, so you'd think my favorite movie would be Ghostbusters or maybe The Breakfast Club. Both are amazing movies, but nope. We're going all the way back to 1963. In 1963, Joseph Mankiewicz brought us Cleopatra. When I was a kid, I was fascinated by this movie, the costumes, the epic scale.
And Elizabeth Taylor.
And Elizabeth Taylor. Cleopatra started filming in 1961 in England. It was originally intended to be 2 different movies, each about 3 hours long.
6 hours of historical drama. Kill me now.
Fox originally intended to keep Cleopatra a modest production, but the final tally came up to $31 million in 1963.
Spoon is bad at math, so for those of you sitting at home, that puts Cleopatra at $279 million. The most expensive movie ever made up until Waterworld in 1995, at $283 million, adjusted for inflation.
Cleopatra is what got me curious about history, fashion, and so many other things. The lead roles were taken by Rex Harrison playing Julius Caesar, Richard Burton as Mark Antony, and of course Elizabeth Taylor as the Beauty of the Nile Cleopatra.
I'm a fan of a good scandal, and the production of Cleopatra was full of them.
Burton and Taylor met on set and soon they couldn't stay away from each other. Straightforward, right?
Wrong. Both of them were married at the time, so when the tabloids got hold of the news that Elizabeth and Richard was snogging, there was fire. If there was internet, they would have gone viral in seconds.
Back to the movie. Cleopatra was full of spectacle, and it was in my eyes one of the best films of all time. The critics, however, were not kind. While not viewed as terrible, it was not a success unless you measure it by the gross. $57 million.
It nearly bankrupted 20th Century Fox.
But it all worked out in the end, so here's to Fox.
It's Disney's now, right?
It was the most successful film of the year. It was nominated for 9 Academy Awards.
It won 4. Best Cinematography, Best Art Direction, Best Costume Design, and Best Special Effects.
Love it or hate it, Cleopatra's earned its spot in history.
My pick is not quite as glamorous, but it's a movie that I can just turn on and fall into like you do with a group of friends.
That comfort movie, right? You don't even have to pay attention.
You hear the music or a bit of dialogue and you're right back there in the shoes of your favourite character.
So what's your movie then?
None other than Can't Hardly Wait.
Classic 90s.
Right? There's so much going on in the movie, and it's not as well known as Cleopatra, so I'll give you a bit of a synopsis.
Lay it on us.
Preston Myers, played by Ethan Embry, is attending a high school graduation party where he hopes to finally tell his crush Amanda that he loves her.
Amanda is played by none other than Jennifer Love Hewitt. There's a bunch of other notable cast members as well.
Jason Segel.
I totally missed that.
Seth Green, James Presley, Selma Blair, Jenna Elfman, Jerry O'Connell, Amber Benson, and Melissa Joan Hart.
What? You can't hate on Sabrina?
Hashtag not my Sabrina.
Fair.
So, Preston loves Amanda, but Amanda just got dumped by her jock boyfriend. Preston sees this as his only opportunity. This is literally his last chance.
One shot at love.
There's a bunch of ridiculous subplots which are charming and funny. It hits every clique and every trope of your typical high school drama.
You gotta love these movies, right?
In a sea of other teenage love stories, this is my favourite. I see myself as an Amanda, misunderstood at times and trying to move on.
Well, does he get the girl?
You'll just have to watch.
Okay, now that we've shared a bit with you, let's talk about our format.
On our show, we will be rating movies and shows from 1/2 star to 5 stars.
We do not believe in spoilers here, and I would ask our viewers to try and avoid posting spoilers in the comments.
Reviews are great, but we feel like if you reveal too much about a film, it really takes the wind out of it when you see it up on that big screen or on your TV or PC at home.
So, 1/2 to 5 stars sounds simple, right? When I go into a film, I'm very fair. I start you at 3 stars, and from there we go up or down.
Spoon is very stingy. He has only ever rated one film at 5 stars, and that was
Interview with the Vampire.
I still don't get why.
Costumes, cinematography, and acting. Fight me.
Later.
If a movie isn't our cup of tea, we'll still try to give it a chance, but mostly we'll review what's coming out.
Or our viewers could leave us comments with recommendations.
Don't forget to hit subscribe, and remember, movies are made for you.
We want to hear from all of you. Until next time, what are we doing, Spoon?
We're going deep down the rabbit hole. Avengers Endgame is coming, so Veronica and I are going to go down the list, discussing all of the MCU movies to date, and get you caught up. Hit subscribe, and we'll see you next time.